We are back to filming Sherlock Holmes and the Jack Reaper. Yes, we have not finished this journey yet. We have still got to talk to this thief.
May I introduce myself?
No.
I'm Dr. Watson.
Well done.
I am...
You want to be the chap what writes the detective stories in that there paper?
Well, yes, indeed, my story.
No, that's the other person.
Go, blimey, want to tell me old mum?
It would seem your testimony is the subject of some debate. Could you tell me what it was about?
Let me tell you, I'm a bit
shit.
befuddled about the times that I told her.
Sorry.
But it can't be so. I knows what I sees and what I don't sees that morning.
What did you see, or what didn't you see? And at what time, would you say?
I'll tell you this for nothing. It's me old mum who lives at the house where the body was found out back in the garden. She has her shop at the bottom to the right of the stairs. Her door was broken down not too far back because it's a real zoo it is. Right, the morning it happened, I head that way to see if my old mum has finally had the place broken into. It was 4:45 when I got there. That I'll swear on me dear old mum's life. I had a look round to see if the cellar had been taken. No. I had to sit down on the stairs by the courtyard because my shoes were causing me no end of pain and I had a cut and all. I didn't see a single thing below the steps, Doctor, not one single thing. If there was some bird all covered in blood, tain't no how I could have missed that, even if it were night time. Right, 5 minutes after getting to number 29, I had to click off. And now they tells me that either I can't tell time no more, or I was fixing me loafer next to a stiff that was still steaming. All right then, evening gents.
Did you just play that voice, or was it just made up? That voice was really annoying from my point of view.
Yes, Doctor? So, how far along are the investigations into these two recent murders?
Everyone around here believes both crimes were committed by the same man. But as for the Hanbury Street and Bucks Row crimes, nobody has heard or seen a thing.
By the way, have you heard of a Dr. Tumblety?
No. Is it important?
Yes.
Nope.
Well, no, maybe. Actually...
He said no.
I have heard about this man, his frequent nocturnal outings, and bizarre behaviour.
What does this chap look like, Doctor? And where can we find him?
Finley?
The last I heard was that he was staying at Finley's place, the man who was looking for me a few days ago.
It would greatly assist us if you could ask Finley what your strange associate looks like. We could then see if the description matches any witness accounts.
Okay, goodbye.
I will take my leave, Humphreys.
Goodbye, Doctor.
He said goodbye to me! Whee! To Tumblety. Yay, they hit into the wall.
There's a strong smell of gas.
Is there?
Seems to be coming from the abandoned building.
Wow, it's abandoned.
Good evening, Finley. How are you?
Oh, good evening, Doctor. So. And you?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks for asking.
It smells of gas here.
You might say, Doctor, without wanting
Watson,
to speak
don't
ill of the
fart
force,
or lit it, or else the whole world will die.
Are up to something.
And
What do you mean?
Holmes
Well, I
will
was
kill
outside
you when you
yesterday
get to hell
when the
or
light
heaven.
went out at my place, and a gas smell came from the abandoned building across from my place. And a minute later, the police arrived and were snooping all around like it was them who hid the gas before arriving.
Have things sorted themselves out with your strange tenant?
Don't talk about it, Doctor. That man is truly bizarre. He goes to the most sordid locations once night falls. 3 days ago, my wife told me she saw him coming with blood-stained clothes and a fearsome look.
Description by the
Interesting.
tenant.
What does he look like, and how old is he?
Oh, he's my age, give or take, so the other side of 50. He's always dressed in a striking manner with an American hat. He's big, close to 5'11", I'd say. He has a strange voice, not just his accent, see, his voice.
Very
Okay.
well. Goodbye for now, Finley.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Au revoir.
Now, let's go to the police station.
Screw you. going. Shit, I went back. Right, actually. To the clinic. Tablet. Gotta see if this knows anything about this tablet.
Good evening, Dr. Gibbons. Dr. Watson. Did you keep the cane we spoke of last time? I was going to sell it tomorrow, would you believe, having not heard word. Could you tell me what type of pill this is? Yes, we have those here. It's not really a medication. We give them to patients with chronic respiratory conditions like tuberculosis. Do you have any formalin here? No, definitely not. They have it in university hospitals to conserve anatomical specimens in jars. But in a little clinic like mine, we don't keep anything but bad memories. Did you have a patient by the name of Annie Chapman? The woman killed 3 days ago. Indeed. She came in the morning of her death. Poor woman. Did you give her these pills? Yes, now that I think of it. She actually came in twice. The first time I gave her an almost empty container without making her pay. She came back during the day and said she dropped the container and stepped on the pills. She wanted to know if I could give her more again without paying. I refused. After she left, a patient who was there told me that he lives at the same place and confided that she had been lying. He saw the pills fall in the tenement's communal kitchen, but the woman immediately wrapped them up in a piece of paper. Where did this paper come from? According to this man, she'd found it near the chimney in the kitchen. Anyone could have thrown that paper there. That envelope can't have anything to do with the murder. Pardon, Doctor? Nothing. I was just talking to myself.
Talk to yourself in your head, Watson. Nobody wants to hear you.
Farewell, Doctor. Goodbye, Dr. Watson. I must retrieve Sickert's cane at all costs.
Okay, at least we done the tablet. Now we can go over the other side, get our harnesses, give it to the man, give the cane, go to the other place, give it to the people, then the woman, Betla, whatever her damn weird name is. Then we go to her. We got that to do. There he is, he's working on our harnesses.
Good evening, Mr. Solomonovich.
Good evening, Doctor. What a pleasure to see you again.
Have you finished converting the harnesses?
Yes, just now. I got a little behind because of all the commotion.
Commotion?
Commotion?
Don't you start. 3 days ago, the very afternoon that you passed by, there was a chase throughout the neighborhood. Hundreds of people were chasing one man, claiming he was responsible for the murders these last few days. Schmonz! It was awful. I hope those maniacs didn't catch him. Better the police.
Tell me, did John Pizer turn himself in to the police?
Yes, that was a no.
Farewell, Isaac.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Highnesses. Jesus Christ. Bottoms up.
Yes, Doctor? Here are your
Harness.
harnesses, Doctor. They are top quality, I'd say. Definitely worth the price of this walking stick. Here, it's yours.
Nah, you can keep it.
Well, farewell,
No, Ruth,
Doctor.
give it to me.
Goodbye, Dr. Watson. I
No.
must go to Miss Bella's.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just like you wish you could go all the time. But too bad you can't. Asshole.
Good evening, Ma'am.
Did I just hear somebody
Your
get
door
out
was open.
a
Is
refill?
that dangerous?
That's
Hello,
creepy.
Doctor. Don't worry, if the looks of anyone who enters doesn't please me, me and my pistol know how to convince them to leave.
I found the cane that was stolen from your client. Here it is.
Doctor, you are a real saint, I can see that.
Yeah.
I'll finally be able to present my bill to this damned painter. If by by chance you see him, tell him that a little surprise awaits him here.
Tumblety.
You told me you would give me some information on this Dr. Tumblety.
Yeah, I don't have any information.
He's a Canadian or an American. He parades from time to time through the neighbourhood in a 50-guinea suit and acts like a doctor. But for business he isn't worth it. This damn Yankee hates women. The few times that he was approached by the girls, he spit on them, all the while hurling insults. It would seem that he was hunting for the bad boys. He's looking for trouble, that animal.
Does he frequent any pub in particular?
Aye, the Wasp's Nest on Burner Street, I think. A seedy spot even by our standards.
Annie Chapman.
Do you happen to know Annie Chapman, the poor woman who was killed 3 days ago?
Dark Annie? Like all the drifters in the area, I've seen her once or twice. With respect to the dead, Annie really was the bottom of the barrel.
What do you mean?
Well, in our profession, the pretty young ones go out when night has barely fallen and don't have a problem finding takers. But poor girls like Annie or Polly Nichols, who aren't as tender and are often sick, sometimes trudge around for a whole night in the cold and the rain before landing a client. And that doesn't help their appearances either. They don't have much choice about paying for a bed for a few hours, a glass of gin or a hot meal.
How terribly sad.
That's the price of survival in Whitechapel, my angel. One of my girls knew Annie for some time. They bought some jewellery on the black market, I think.
Jewellery? How could Annie Chapman have possibly afforded jewellery?
Luxuries for a woman are always relative to her condition, Doctor.
I'm not gonna ask about
I
Lucy.
let you...
See you soon.
We're gonna ask about Lucy next time. Pardon me. From then, toytoy is